Okay, so this is going to be a follow-up to day one of cardio. So this is coming to class on cardio, day two. Here's what I want you to do. On Edline, go to Great Biology Resources. Click on that. There's the thing I need you to do is that right there. I've shown you this before. I know some people have had some issues with some of the flash players working, especially like Apple people. Some people get it fixed, some other people struggle. So if you know that's going to be you, do this at school. You can come visit me when I've got lunch after school. I'm here every day, or do it in the library, whatever. But this is actually a pretty cool tutorial, and it has some feedback. It has little quizzes. So let me show you how it works really quick. You go to BioCoach, and what you're looking for is this one right here, Cardiovascular System 1. And what you do is you're going to start out the instructions in here. There's just instructions for this. So what you do is we're not going to go on to Vascular System 2 yet. We're going to go to the concept. So what you need to do is just read it through. If there's something that you think is really cool, great. Then write it down in your notebook. This is kind of self-directed and you deciding what's important for you. You'll see from the practice finals some of the questions that I would consider fair game for the final, but I don't know. I don't write the final. But regardless, this is just cool. I mean, everyone has a heart, and this bio coach is, I think it's pretty powerful in getting a lot of concepts across. So what you need to do is you click on next concept, and you read the page, and it's not going on the next concept yet. Here's what I want to show you. There are some things that you can mess around with as when you're on this page. Well, what you do is you read, then you go to review, and there's going to be a lot of interesting things typically under the review, so you don't want to skip that. So for example, here is showing some basic anatomy stuff that hopefully you've got a handle of now, and if not, well, then here it is. And what you'll see under this is I'm not ready to close window because you'll see, hey, there's some more information. So what it does here is you click on the scalpel, and I did it just went really quick. It will kind of cut away and show the inside, and then you can scroll over and figure out what's what. All right. So then it goes. If you see it next, you keep on going, and you have closer look. You can do here. You can do all that stuff and read about it. And then there's talks about the big vessels, the big blood vessels. Those are the ones that are bad if you ever have problems with them. And so once you're done, and when you've hit the end and there's no more next concept type thing, close the window and then take the practice quiz. So this is feedback to you, and sometimes you got to take a second. See how it took a little bit to launch, and you can just start building the heart here. Okay, so I don't remember. Let's see. So arrange the chambers and valves, and so you just start building, and it's just some of this stuff is lower level, some of the stuff that's a little tougher right here. This is going to put you over the edge. And I think if I remember, you even have to have the spelling right. So you might be able to see if you can do Control C. I'm just going to bring it down the wrong spot, but that is definitely not the right atrium. But yeah, so you can copy paste. So maybe that would be a better way of doing it. All right. So this is really gonna push you over the edge as far as do you really know what you're doing? Then you check your answers, and it will tell you, oh, you're superior vena cava. So anyhow, that's the flow. So what you do is hit the next concept. This is where we're going to be tying into what we'll be doing on the second day. So again, it's review, go through the different phases, then, as I said, read the stuff, go ahead and do the next step here, and we'll talk about, this, I would say, if anything, is interesting, but we're not going to worry so much about that, okay? But this is just, there's interesting information on there. So you got as far as you can, okay? So then you go on to practice. The next concept, this is really, really, really critical that I don't get you to totally understand it, but if you do, that's awesome. Here's what you do is you can watch as you're going through this review. It's going to step you through the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and it's just taking a little slow to load up for me. But what you do is reading and understanding what it's doing, and you can click on it again. Okay, why this is important coming into class. This ties into how an EKG works. We're going to be doing an EKG on you on the second day of Cardio 101. We'll probably have a little time at the end to analyze it. By the way, I have a video so you know how to analyze it, so I don't have to take class time to do that. But you'll be taking your own EKG. I'll be cycling people through, so I'll be really busy. That's why I just make a video explaining how to use the software. So you will analyze your own EKG data, and we can also set you up with a blood pressure cuff if time allows. But when an EKG is really reading your heart's electrical system. So understanding all this, and then it's going to show as you work through here, as you work through this, you'll see where it goes into the QRS&T parts of the waveform and our PQRS&T. So you'll see all that and put that together, and you'll coming in and doing your own EKG will have way more meaning. So that's all I want you to do is just be ready to understand what the EKG means by following through all these things, okay? Again, there's practice stuff, and go ahead and try it, okay? So it's more self-guided learning, which is the direction of the future. In this case, I guess the bio coach is Pearson. So thank Pearson for this. I've done the work as far as developing the lab and the hands-on activity, which will help you fully understand what all this stuff is about. Okay, so anyhow, that's it. Good luck, enjoy. We'll see you soon.